try and arrest us twice in one day.
You're under arrest. A fool.
Now it's all for one and all for love. Let the one you hold be the one you want, the one you need. 'Cause when it's all for one, it's one for all.
You're listening to League Podcast, the League versus Three Musketeers. I'm Matt Durst.
I'm John Hunt, and I take my drinking very seriously.
Ferno here.
Cardinal and I was hoping you were someone was gonna say Cardinal and Ferno. It doesn't matter. We are back. Welcome everyone. We're kind of doing this movie here because, well, at least John and I, it was kind of something we saw and probably quoted a lot back in the 90s.
1993. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't realize until I was watching some reviews how many people were like, I loved this movie. I watched it all the time as a kid. And I was like, oh, yeah, I was an adult when this came, a young adult.
Right.
But, but I was like, oh, yeah, I forget. It just didn't occur to me that people were younger than me in 1993.
Stacy, who is younger than you, loves this movie. And yeah.
I don't think I've watched it in at least 25 years. So I wasn't sure how I'd feel going back into it.
Ditto. I also hadn't watched it in a long time, and it's kind of, I didn't, I suppose we'll get there, but I'll just say I didn't mind it. It was inoffensive, but I was also like, it's fine, as we like to say sometimes. But it
doesn't have very good Rotten Tomatoes.
30%. Yeah. Critics. Audience, though, like 63. Just a lot more positive. Must be all those young people.
Yeah, probably
leaving those positive reviews. The youngs.
Well, I will say this about the movie. There's a very handsome lead in Kiefer Sutherland who bore a striking resemblance to the handsome man talking right now.
That's right. You had the hair, too.
I did the same hair, and I even started and I was like growing in a beard at the time and stuff. I was like trying to emulate his look in this movie. I did not wear like a sash or whatever they're called. The tunic, yeah.
Well, consider that an opportunity lost. And
I know.
I will say that there was this guy that I knew pretty well. He was like around the punk goth scene in the 90s. And his nickname was kind of not exactly appropriate because he dressed like the Cyclops guy, like a fringy, floppy black hat, all in black all the time, feathers, almost exactly like the guy
Rochefort
in the movie. Yeah, but his nickname, everybody called him D'Artagnan. So it was like kind of like the not exactly right, but people knew what they were getting at. They were referencing this movie, but got the character name wrong. But he totally fucking looked like that. The mustache and everything.
I guess.
Wow, that's brave to pull that look off.
The goth scene, man. That guy's probably not still around.
Oh, like not around, meaning like
drugs.
Oh,
I thought he died in a sword fight.
Yeah, stabbed through the heart. That guy, I guess I was going to save it, but that guy plays the bad guy in every movie he's in. And around this time, he was in The Crow. He was the bad guy in The Crow. And he was the bad guy in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, which this movie owes a lot.
Oh, yeah, it absolutely does. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we'll get there. But yeah, that guy, Michael Walcott, I don't think he can play like a happy-go-lucky good guy. He always has to have that voice.
Well, you get that gravelly RFK voice, so can't play a good guy with that voice.
Yeah. You don't want to be associated with RFK, though, I suppose. We're not talking about that. But yeah, I do want to point out, actually, we were talking about how young we were and whatever. There's a lot of references, and obviously D'Artagnan is supposed to be the young upstart who wants to be a musketeer and all that stuff. So he was Chris O'Donnell if you go back and listen to our Batman Forever episode, we made a lot of jokes about Chris O'Donnell being like old. In fact, like to play Robin, right? Like,
he got my role as Robin, but yeah, I could see this as being a good audition for that role.
Well, Chris O'Donnell was 23 when this came out. Kiefer Sutherland he is 58 now, so he was 3 years old. So he was 26, I guess, right? And Charlie Sheen.
I can't figure out the 3-hour time difference between here and California, so don't ask me.
Something like that. But Charlie Sheen was 59, so he's only a year older than Kiefer Sutherland was back then. Oliver Platt is 65 years old now, so he was the oldest. He was 33, I think.
That's ancient for a musketeer.
I know.
Should have been walking with a cane.
Well, I mean, they kept making reference to like how young D'Artagnan was.
Boy.
He looked young.
Yeah.
But he was only younger.
I'm going to say this right up front. He's the weakest actor in the movie.
He was nominated for a Razzie for this.
Yeah, he kind of deserved it. And it's not the worst performance I've ever seen, but he's not very good in it.
The worst performance you've ever seen was in Dirt in the Fire Starter. No.
This is a horny movie as well. There's lots of shirts off, and
this movie inspired. I remember
frocks were moistened.
I remember when I saw this.
Your frocks were moistened.
The scene with Chris O'Donnell shirtless. I was like, "That's the body I want to have that body." And 16 years later, I finally got it. Took me a long time, but I finally got there.
I don't know.
The head of Kiefer Sutherland and
the body of Chris O'Donnell.
Chris O'Donnell.
This movie just played a huge role in my life.
I mean, I have to. I mean, I know, like, yeah, you're like, wow, that's impressive. But I mean, not a hair on that kid. I mean,
well, he's just a boy.
23 years old. I mean, I had a lot of hair when I was 23 years old.
No, when was the last time you saw hair on a shirtless dude in a movie, except for Henry Cavill?
Yeah,
they always like shave him down or wax him or whatever.
I know.
It makes you look better.
A girl. Like I don't know.
Well, his hair. All right, look it. Now you're making it sound like I chose the wrong body type.
No. It's a good goal.
King Louis looks like a girl with that wig.
Oh yeah,
I mean, that is a bob.
I picture if that had been made like 10 years later, Daniel Radcliffe would have played that part.
That's a good call.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I actually looked up that guy. I'm like, that guy, he did a lot. He was British and he did a lot of like British stuff, but never really did much. But yeah, I mean, I know they wanted to intentionally kind of make him look like lame so that like he would, like, cause he's kind of like, but then he has his moment at the end. But I was like, boy, what a dork that guy.
I didn't even know it was a guy. So no, I'm kidding.
Hugh O'Connor is this guy's name.
Hugh. There's
a lot of weird stuff. Like we said, that guy Gerard, who was the guy who was chasing D'Artagnan the whole movie, was kind of effeminate too. It was very. I mean, it was a different time.
It was different. They were all riding horses, so their nuts were all getting crushed.
Well, all right, we'll get into the plot, but here's a knowledge drop right off the bat. Charlie Sheen never went to like fencing or horse training because he was filming Hot Shots Part 2.
Yes.
While the other actors were filming
they were training.
We're training, yeah.
Yeah, for 2 months or something like that.
Yeah.
Also, Chris O'Donnell was like the fourth choice to play D'Artagnan.
Yeah, they had a lot of other guys. Maybe they should have gone with one of those. Brendan Fraser, I think, as well.
Well, they all turned that down, so that's, Oh,
it's weird. Turned down that Disney money, huh?
Okay, weird.
Yeah. Oh, well.
All right, let's do this.
Okay. We're already
3, 2, 1, record.
I don't know if you knew that. Okay. I want to say one thing too. So, yeah, the director, his name is Stephen Herrick. He directed a lot of shit. Sometimes you think like Disney finds these like just like
workman directors
churn out. Yeah, this guy directed Bill and Ted's.
Yeah,
Critters, 101 Dalmatians, like the live action.
Don't Tell the Mom the Babysitter's Dead. Was that him too?
I think so. Yeah,
and the Mighty Ducks. I knew he did that.
Yeah,
but he did something recently that was like famous-ish too, but I can't think of it.
Maybe.
Oh, okay, forget it then.
No,
edit that.
I only wrote down Bill and Ted. Mr. Holland's Opus.
Yeah, I guess that maybe was what I was thinking, because that was like Academy Award.
It wasn't really
material.
recent, but
No,
sure.
I guess that wasn't what I was thinking. Fuck it. Don't listen to me. I never know what I'm talking about.
That MacGyver reboot, he directed 11 episodes of that. I think a lot of these guys are like, yeah, these TV shows, man. I can get into that. But
And our friend Ray will be happy to know that he's done a couple of movies with Dolly Parton.
really? Would Ray would be?
Because because Ray was in that Dolly Parton picture.
Oh.
That's a real
All
deep
right.
cut.
Yeah, that's okay. Deep cut. All right.
Thought you would have got that one, Darson, but it's okay.
Sorry.
And now you feel like me when you guys are talking about Three Musketeers.
Sorry, Clay. All right. Well, I mean, most people know the story of the Three Musketeers, but I'll just give you the quick. In France, 1625, young D'Artagnan heads to Paris to join the Musketeers, but the evil Cardinal has disbanded them. D'Artagnan meets Athos, Porthos, and Aramis, 3 rogue Musketeers, and joins them in their quest to save the king and country. But there's more to this movie than that. And I'm sorry, we got to go through it because in 1992. Walt Disney, Columbia, and TriStar were all working on Three Musketeers movies at the same time. And Disney purchased a screenplay from a screenwriter named David Lowery.
I think it's Lowry. I
Lowery?
believe.
Sure. That
If you
sounds
go
good.
back and listen to our Star Trek 5 podcast, I think he's one of the writers on that.
Oh, well,
I could be wrong
nice.
again.
I mean, of all the
But-
movies to be
Yeah.
associated with, that's the one. He got $650,000 for this, though. It's like, what?
Hey, good on
He
you.
really should have tried harder to be a screenwriter.
Yeah, you should have. It's not too late.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Yeah, but I'm tired.
Legal issues. Columbia was like, wait, what are you doing? Like, we're working on one. And they accused Disney of stealing some of the concepts. And they settled out of court, and Columbia never made their Three Musketeers. But,
And they never made another movie again.
well, no, they did. But it's funny. So the TriStar was going to make one, which is actually a division of Disney. So it's kind of weird, but there was going to be more adult oriented. So maybe all those shots with the shirt, the shirtless things would have amounted to something.
All the heaving bosoms would have been.
I will say, sexing and horniness aside, this is what I like about this movie. We'll get there, but it's a very warm feeling. It's a very Disney movie. Like it really feels like a Disney flick in a comfortable way. That's why I dug watching it.
It also feels like super 90s to me, like in the best possible way.
Yeah,
There's just
I can see that.
something about it.
Yeah, I
I don't
agree.
know that there's a quality
Kind of like
to it.
Brad Pack guys, like the little like anachronisms almost. It's just like they're acting very modern but in a 90s way.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it was. In fact, because of Kiefer Sutherland and Charlie Sheen starring in it, Leonard Maltin called it Young Swords instead of Young Guns.
Yes.
So go back and listen to our Young Guns episode.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
also,
Hmm.
Oliver Platt and Kiefer Sutherland were flatliners together too. So
Yeah, this
You
was
see-
kind
you
of a
could-
Brat Pack kind of thing.
Yeah.
That
They were flatmates.
I mean, they were like Michael Caine and who was the guy, the GoldenEye guy? Goldfinger guy there, whatever. Doesn't matter.
Sean Connery,
No, the guy who wrote the song.
John Barry.
Yes, that's the one. And there was something about that. There's sort of something comforting about that. Like you said, yeah, it was it's just nice and simple. And although there's a good segue because there's very dramatic music at the beginning when over the credits. It's like, brum, 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 brum,
Yeah, that's a real place too. That they're filming. That's
Really?
not like a sound stage. It's like an actual place that exists.
Wow, I just assumed that it was.
I did too,
like a
but
set.
I watched a thing about it today, and if I had any sort of like retention for anything, because I'm bombarded with information all the time, I can't remember anything. But it's
Well, you got
real,
that one,
and
that's a good
and
one.
that boat is still there.
It's real.
What?
The
It's
boat's still
real.
there for tourists to take pictures with.
Like Three
Very well.
Musketeers fans go down there.
Yeah, I guess I don't know. It's
All right.
wherever they filmed it is a real place, and that's all I got to say about that.
All right, so it's this cave-like thing, or
It's Michael
prison.
Kamen that did the score, and
Yes,
he's no
correct.
longer with us. But go listen to our what was the second Timothy Dalton movie, License to Kill? He did the score for that.
Very good. This is kind of this weird scene. Like there's all these prisoners or whatever, and this guy's getting a whipping that guy, and then he stole something or whatever, and just to show that the Cardinal is evil, he kills him. And Cardinal obviously is played by Tim Curry, so go listen to our Clue episode as well.
And with Tim Curry, you're never going to get subtle in the acting. So
No, you're
prepare
very,
for broad with him.
yeah, you're very much the sweet transvestite of Mr. Body in this as well. He's very chewing it up. And I don't mean that disparagingly. I like it.
The fact that he doesn't twirl his mustache once was a little disappointing to me.
It's like pre-twirled, you know. Like,
it's already twirled for him. He did it off screen.
Yeah. I mean, this was that's something else they did in the 90s, right? Like, bad guy was always had to sort of overact and be like...
Yeah, like Alan Rickman.
Right. They were all Alan Rickman, all trying to be Alan Rickman.
With the exception of Die Hard.
No, it's the best Alan Rickman ever was. I mean, he did other good stuff, but
he was in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, right?
Yeah, he was the bad guy.
He was very over the top in that, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, and I think
I saw the movie once in 1991, so I
really
memories.
Oh.
Yeah.
Tim Curry's definitely being him in this. Now we have D'Artagnan and this guy Gerard that we were talking about. He's this kind of very like sort of effeminate like guy. He's like, "You kissed my sister," or whatever. And we just get some exposition. D'Artagnan's like, "I'm gonna go to Paris and be a musketeer."
Oh, but your dad was a failure. Well, wait, you didn't mention your dad yet.
Well, he's getting there.
No, that's Paul McGann, right? That he's fighting at the beginning there. He's one of the Doctor Who's. They call him the War Doctor.
Oh, all right. So I kind of made fun of him. No, but I'm sure
you can make fun of him all you want. He's not even one of the Doctors that people consider canon until they made him canon.
Oh, I see.
Is Peter Cushing canon? Is he a Doctor Who canon?
That is most definitely not canon. That movie is weird.
It is the weirdest thing. Like I saw the riff tracks
kind of fun.
of it. It's the riff tracks is amazing.
That's a perfect riff track.
Yeah,
thing.
it's so funny.
Weird.
We're just going to talk about that.
Let's talk about
Doctor Who and the Daleks, Invasion of the Daleks, or whatever it's called. Yeah.
It's almost like the non-canon James Bond movie. It's like it does exist and it does say Doctor Who, does say James Bond, but it really isn't.
Yeah, so he says, "I'm going to go be a musketeer like my dad and protect the king." He's like, "Well, the king was killed, so your father was a disgrace," and whatever. D'Artagnan gets all mad. He actually like wins the duel and he's about to cut his head off, and he says, "My brothers will avenge me," or whatever. And then this is kind of a funny moment because then he sees all these guys riding towards him. He's like, "Already?" I thought that was kind of a funny line.
Yeah.
Even though
I thought that the dialogue moments like that were really what made me endeared to this movie. Like it's almost like it pretty bad script or something. But I mean, like those things are great.
What's coming is
awesome.
is obvious. It's like the obvious. Right. That's an obvious joke they're going to make.
Very Disney.
Yeah,
but it's funny. I mean, you're right. It's obvious. It's a very cute by number script, but yeah, it's cute. Isn't that cute? And then he does this weird standing on the horse thing, which I guess is something you can do, whatever. But he gets away. That's all. It's all fine. And then Clay's friend, Rochefort, is here. He's with the patch and the goatee and the black, everything in black, and his own voice. Anyway, Michael Walcott, he says, "Yes, what do we do with this musketeer flag?" He says, "Burn it." And he goes out and tells all the musketeers to go home, you're drunk. Oh, he doesn't say that.
He doesn't say the "you're drunk" part, but he does say "go home."
Just tell them all to go home. And they're like, "Whoa, protect the king." They're like, don't worry about it.
Yeah, we got this. Now throw all your stuff in the giant bonfire that we had set up for the high school football game.
It was kind of he says, "Should one of you resist, all of you will be punished." Although that doesn't actually happen, I guess, because three
resist. Yeah. Maybe there's a lot of punishment going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's only one. But if more than that, it's okay.
Yeah. And then he goes, "All for one, and one for all."
He says it like under his breath, and then Cardinal Richelieu is like, oh, that's a nice touch, all for one. And I was sort of thinking like, oh, you heard that? You know?
Yeah.
I was just saying that to myself, just kind of a private joke.
Well, that Cardinal's a real asshole. What? Nothing. Yeah, there's a little more explanation there, like, oh, and the king and the blah, blah, blah. But just so the Cardinal, like, he's like, go and get them. And then just to show how evil he is, this Rochefort swipes his sword across 3 candles and then knocks them all down, one by one. Athos, Porthos, and Aramis. Dun. You really
For
should
that sweet frost.
The sweet frost. That's Pendleton.
Yes, that's right. He shoots the candle. So D'Artagnan's running around. He rescues some ladies from these guys. They're not chasing them, but he thinks
They're not chasing. They're protecting them, but they're doing a shitty job.
And he knocks them all out, and they're like, "Oh, you just knocked out the Queen's guards." And this is Julie Delpy, who people remember from the Before Sunrise.
Yeah, that's what
and
Mrs. Elder was like. Is that the woman that's in the Before and After mornings movie things?
Yeah,
the way she said it just made me laugh.
There's like a name, like the something trilogy or whatever, but yeah,
there's 3 of them. What is there? Before sunrise, after sunrise, and then like mid-afternoon.
I don't remember, but
golden hour.
Yeah,
I mean, they kind of show them like age. I think, right? They're sort of like time.
Yeah, that's an interesting concept. I think two movies was fine. You don't need to go a third one.
What else is she doing? Anyway, she's got the googly eyes for D'Artagnan, and she hasn't even seen him without his shirt off yet.
Yeah, I know. She would have had the googly eyes for me in 2009 when I had my D'Artagnan body. I didn't have his hair, though. Didn't have the curly, weird hair.
No, that's weird hair. So he shows up to Musketeer headquarters, which I didn't know that was a thing. But anyway, Athos is there, and he's brooding. And Kiefer Sutherland, actually...
Well, they just burned the flag in there.
Yeah.
That was the headquarters. They're like, they're shutting this down. He's like, is this Musketeer headquarters?
Yeah. He's like, hey, I'm looking for some Musketeers here. And he says, go away. Yeah. And he's like, well, I just got here. And so anyway, like they have a confrontation, and he says, meet me at noon and wherever, and we'll have a duel. D'Artagnan's like, fine, I'll be there. And he goes out. Gerard is back. So there's like he starts running away, and he knocks into a guy who knocks into Oliver Platt, who's playing Porthos. He's like, this sash was a gift from the Queen of America, which I thought, actually, I don't know. I kind of think that's funny. Like, his lies are
I like his lines. Yeah. They're dumb.
Yeah, he's funny.
They're obviously
that's a good one.
A lie.
Right. And he's like,
with
there's
his
no Queen
big
of America.
reveal later. It's funny.
Right. He said, there's no Queen of America. So I beg to differ. We're on quite intimate terms, unless you can prove otherwise, which he can't. So good lie.
Yeah.
True. Anyways, this all comes down to Porthos challenges him to a duel at 1:00. So he's like, I'll be there. We see Aramis, Charlie Sheen.
I want to say this about Charlie Sheen.
Yes.
He has the most offensive mullet of the movie. And also the fact that, you didn't really know what Charlie Sheen was like back then. And knowing now what we know, what he's like, the fact that he's playing this character, a holy man, is rather humorous. Kind of ironic.
It does seem a little weird. He was apparently going to play Porthos first, I guess, but then they decided to cast him as Aramis. Whatever. I mean, yeah, we didn't know what Charlie Sheen was like. In fact, I thought back then he was like, as far as the two brothers, he was like the more...
Yeah,
like,
I know what you mean.
Cooler, down to earth one.
Yeah,
but no, he was not. Anyway, he's teaching Bible, stuff to this girl, and she's like making out with him. And then her husband comes to the door, and he's like, "You're married?" So he jumps out and lands on D'Artagnan. The result of that is D'Artagnan's third duel. He's like, "Meet me at 2:00." 3 duels in one day. That is kind of. I remember thinking that was amusing. Yeah, these musketeers like to duel. They can't just go, yeah, all right, I'll see you later. Sorry I fell on you, man.
Yeah, that was,
Well, he did say he was sorry he fell on you. And then D'Artagnan's like, you're a fucking asshole. And he's like, hey, I said I was sorry. He's like, well, I don't accept your apology. And he's like, all right, then we'll fight. I hope your sword is as quick as your mouth. I don't remember which one says that to him, but someone says
Yeah,
that.
some of them says that. Someone, I feel like they all kind of said a version of that.
Yeah.
You know, like the mom's got a mom, musketeer's got a musketeer. I mean,
Yeah,
what else
they got
are
a
they doing?
duel. You got a duel. So there you go. Meanwhile, we get to see the Cardinal sort of hitting on the Queen, who's played by Gabrielle Anwar, who most people remember as the girl that Al Pacino tangoed with in Scent of Woman.
Oh, thank you. I could not remember what she was famous for.
Wait. Don't you mean Scent of a Woman?
Oh, woman, that's right. She's talking about, she kind of talks to him that her arranged marriage is, not working out. She's like, oh, this guy I don't think he likes me.
I think he likes other boys.
I mean, he certainly gives off that vibe, but
Yeah, he does.
so he's very young. Yeah, the king shows up. He is very young. I guess we're supposed to believe that he's like 17, right? They never
Oh
say.
boy, he is young. Yeah.
Well, because the thing is, like, at the
'Cause
end,
his 18th birthday.
party,
Yeah.
right, would make him an adult, right? And then he was like, he could really be the king, I guess, as an adult, right?
Is
don't know.
that how that worked back then? I thought that was more of like a now.
I feel like that works in as far as the movie.
Story.
I don't think it really
Yeah,
worked
not
like
real
that.
life,
They were
yeah.
like 10-year-old kings and whatever, I feel like. Anyways, he's mad that they disbanded the Musketeers, and he's like, well, we have a war coming with England. We're going to need those guys. And whenever he's like, no, I wanted to tell them. And he kind of stands up to the Cardinal, and I think the Queen gets a little hot and bothered by that. So it's nice.
He shows a little testosterone for a change.
That's right.
It's a horny movie. It's a horny, wet movie.
I mean, it's not as horny as, wait, what was the other movie we said was a horny movie? I can't remember. Go back.
Some
and
other
listen.
They're all
Disney
horny
movie.
movies.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't a Disney movie. What was it? They're all horny movies. So yeah, we have Rochefort. Now he comes with his guys. Aramis and Athos have knocked them all out.
Isn't that the name of a stinky cheese?
Yeah, like
What's that line?
Porthos shows up and knocks them all out, and he says, "Man, bro, isn't that the name of smelly cheese?" So basically, it was just a fun scene, I guess. But he says, "We're gonna keep protecting the king. So fuck you."
Which then they don't. It's like they're never around the king until the very end.
Well, they're busy. They got duels.
I guess. Yeah, they got duels and they got to run away from the guys that are chasing them.
Run away, run away.
Run away. Run away. So we have our first duel. Speaking of, Athos shows up. His duel. He says, "Oh, your manners have not improved. You're late." Because D'Artagnan shows up late. And I love the other two. Porthos and Aramis show up and they're like, "Oh, you can't fight this guy. I have a duel with him." It's like, oh,
Not till 1 o'clock.
yeah.
I have a
So-
duel with him too.
It's kind of funny. So then,
I
and
want to
then
say
they-
that this movie does not follow the book, which I did read at the time, but it does sort of plays off of the way the characters were in the book. And they were very much like this sort of like back and forth and kind of jolly and joking types.
well, that's good.
The Disney version.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
quite literally.
There's something like with jewels and stuff of the Queen. I can't remember. I read it 100 million years ago when this movie came out, but I do remember that the characters were very close to the way they were in the movie.
Well, that's good. So he sees them. They take off their like whatever coats or whatever. And they have their tunics. There's blue tunics. He's like, "Wait, you're all musketeers?" And he's like, "Wait, I came here to join you." But they're like, "Well, ain't no musketeers no more, man." But anyway, they're about to duel, but then that guy comes again. Not Rochefort, but more bad guys. And I actually like this line too. Kiefer Sutherland says, "Only a fool would try to arrest us twice in one day." And the guy comes up and says, "You're under arrest." And they go,
A fool.
So they all fight. There's kind of a funny moment where there's like, "Oh, 5 of them, 3 of us." It hardly seems fair. And then D'Artagnan's
I remember
like, "There's
that was
4."
in the trailer, and I was like, this movie looks kind of stupid when I saw the trailer. It's like, I don't know if I'm going to like this. It's like, well, no, if he's doing, of course we're going to resist. Give us a moment.
Yeah, I mean, that was a little, yeah. But it's kind of just to show that they're fighters, and Porthos has like cool weapons or whatever. And then,
He's like the
They all
Batman of
win.
the group.
right, they all win their duels or fights or whatever. And then Aramis is, giving the last rites. And he says, "Oh, he takes death very seriously. He was one of the Cardinal's students," which is just to set up something way later in the movie. Then they tell D'Artagnan to leave again. Like
They're like, wake up, boy.
Yeah.
What was it, Clay? You said it to us. Wake up, the Musketeers are just a dream or whatever. Or they're finished.
Yeah, something like that.
But then I'm like, but I thought you said you were going to keep doing it. I don't understand.
Wake up,
Come
boy.
on.
The Musketeers is just a dream.
I think they're trying to save because D'Artagnan is too young for this kind of work.
They want him to go and have a hot wife and raise fat babies. Don't join our
right.
dual loving life.
Our
All we do is
dual-centric
duel,
life.
man. Yeah, it's very dual-centric. That'd be funny if he said Albert Platt. I could see him say that. This is a very dual-centric life, man. Do you want that on you?
So the bad guys come again. This time Rochefort is with them, and he says, like, tell us where they are. And he's like, no. And they have this sort of joust thing. I don't know, where they both just
they
ride
just
at
pull
each other
up,
with
and then he's like, long live the Musketeers. There's like no words are exchanged. He could have just been some kid hanging out, you know, but instead, his pride gets the better of him.
because you're wearing black and you have a patch. But
And you got a mustache that's good for twirling.
Anyways, D'Artagnan loses their little joust thing, and they knock him out. And then he's
Like a
like in
bitch.
prison. Like a bitch, did you say?
Mm-hmm.
We get some background here. Rochefort has his dad's sword because he was a musketeer and blah, blah, blah. But they knock him out again, which is weird. They're just like, oh, yes. So they're going to like drag him out or whatever. But then D'Artagnan knocks out that guy, and he sneaks around and he sees them having a meeting. He sees the Cardinal having a meeting with Rebecca de Mornay, who is Milady de Winter. And actually, it's kind of funny because Cardinal Richelieu goes right for the tits. And she brings out a knife and puts it near his willy. And so they have quite a little standoff here. Anyway, so yeah, D'Artagnan overhears the evil plan, or he's like, take this treaty to England and, you know, we'll get rid of the king of France and it'll be great. England and France working together. D'Artagnan gets caught and he's like, oh yeah, I knew your father. Yeah, he was great. Anyway, we're going to behead you. So like, that's like a whole scene. And yeah, as you pointed out, John, when that guy Gerard is there, he says, D'Artagnan, don't lose your head.
Yes, I did.
Yep.
I remember the other line now too that we always say. We'll get there.
Okay. The Three Musketeers are there as they do in this movie. They're dressed up as like
they're
whatever.
early Mission Impossible guys.
Yeah. They don't even have those masks. And then like they steal the Cardinal's carriage and there's a big chase. It's fun. It's a fun little chase. They throw his money out into the like I feel like there's one of those scenes in like every one of these types of movies, right? Where they throw money out and then people all go, ah, you know.
Yes.
And there's a funny line where they have all the Cardinal's stuff in there and they're like, oh, champagne. And he's like, oh, the Cardinal's finest. And Athos says, we're in the middle of a chase. He's like, you're right. Something red. I did like that line. There is kind of an insinuation that even in this scene that Athos likes to drink. So
I think Oliver Platt is the highlight of the film.
Yeah.
He's great. Yeah. I think they all like to drink. I think they got all the duels.
That's true.
And
but I think
drinking.
we get like because at one point, like
Porthos is a fun drunk.
He's like the Laszlo of this movie, you know? He's fun.
He kind of is the last. There is kind of a funny moment. Yeah, he's like, take the reins, boy. And he takes the bottle and so starts drinking as they're riding on the. D'Artagnan's like, oh, there's a treaty. The Cardinal's gonna, try to make an alliance with England. I said, oh, if we can get that treaty, we can prove he's a traitor and all that. It's weird though. So I don't know. I mean, this part is like totally Disneyfied, I guess. They pull over, they use brandy and like gunpowder and they light the carriage on fire. And they just push it down the hill and it rolls into this gunpowder cart and there's this huge explosion and it's just like, yay, we get away.
That's like, we just ruined a village of these poor people, but we got away from the bad guys.
So
also,
weird.
the guys that are chasing them, like instead of moving to the left or the right, they go backwards. They like all you gotta do is just go to the side.
This thing is rolling at us. Let's just try to run away. Like, well, couldn't you just literally move like 2 feet to the left?
Yeah.
It's fine. They get away. And then like this, I don't know if this is something from the book or whatever. The Cardinal's like, well, once I throw out these pigeons,
I don't know if it's in the book either, but it's like so menacing, but it's so ridiculous at the same time.
I guess
like
he's
if he had like koi fish, and was like, once I release the koi into the wild, and then every mercenary on the planet who's near water will get them.
I guess they're supposed to be like messenger pigeons or whatever, but he doesn't. They don't show like a message on. Maybe they do.
Yeah,
it looks like he's just throwing birds around.
it's his way.
Evil birds will stop those musketeers.
Yeah, it's dumb, but
it's pretty weird. And then
he couldn't send out a mass email or anything. So
yeah, I guess back in those days it was a different time. And then he says, one of my favorite evil lines is all for one and more for me.
That is the most Tim Curry line you could ever imagine.
Like that should be on his tombstone. Classic. So now we have the famous drinking scene, and it's only famous in our circle because we did it in our movie as well.
Yeah, go back and listen to our Dirts of the Firestarter podcast.
Yeah.
Or don't.
Well, you can. It's
the
fine,
League begets.
Yeah.
The Musketeers begets.
We literally did it like not word for word because we couldn't remember all the words, but it's basically exactly what it did. So like, Porthos is like, oh, you're wenching. And he tells him how to kiss a woman, and your first kiss must be everything that you are. And we had Randy do that.
I like that, like, hitting on girls is called wenching.
Yeah, we should bring that term back, huh?
Yeah,
that would go over well.
This is
red shirt Brian. You're going out wenching.
This is a highlight of the horniness of this movie.
Yeah, that's true. When you say it's a horny movie, this scene definitely is
my problem when I think about these kind of movies. I'm like, there was no toothpaste back then, and people didn't bathe very often. That's always what I'm thinking about when I see period
but
pieces.
the other people also weren't. You know what I mean? So it's not like somebody was like, it smells like talking in here.
Yeah.
Everybody smelled
probably
like
all
talking.
had like the herps and stuff or whatever.
Oh yeah.
I know. They were definitely not as good looking as the people in this movie. But there is a funny, like, Charlie Sheen, Aramis is trying to convince him, like, oh no, if you can say it with words, like, and he says he's trying to quote the words he used, and he says, your poisoned face, which I thought was pretty funny. Anyway, he just ends up kissing the girl, and it's all great. But
yeah, he grabs her instead, which is what girls want. They want you to take charge.
Right.
Like, I don't need all that.
And then we have this weird, a lively dude. I'm inspired to dance. And he gets up and he does whatever kind of dance that is.
The PB dance.
D'Artagnan sees Athos sitting off by himself drinking, and we get that famous line. He's like, what's with him? And Aramis says, Athos takes his drinking very seriously, which is definitely a line I have used as well. So.
Yes.
And you can see, like, Charlie Sheen's mullet is, like, at its peak in this because he doesn't have a hat on.
He's very feathered, too.
It's there's like hair makeup was on him for a little while, just on the hair, and then John is over there drinking by himself, which he's want to do. Don't bother John.
Yeah,
takes his drinking very seriously. I feel like, Clay, you could probably pull off one of these, like Charlie Sheen. You got some long hair going now. Maybe if you wanted to go,
and
with
the mullet is back.
The mullet.
Although it's kind of different, but.
Right.
Yeah,
it's not the Charlie Sheen
mullet.
It's the evolution of the mullet. That's our next episode.
More of a Natasha Lyonne in Poker Face kind of hair.
Okay.
Just wild and crazy.
Wild and crazy. And we find out why Athos takes drinking very seriously, because D'Artagnan goes over and is like, oh, what should we drink to? Let's drink to love. Let's drink to love. And Athos says, let me tell you about love, boy. But he talks to him about this count found this girl. He was in love with her. And then he saw the mark of the fleur de lis, which means that you murdered someone and you will be killed for murder or whatever, right? And it's like, what do you mean he saw the mark on her? Like he never.
Well, he says that, like, he says that she managed to keep it hidden But she does a bad job hiding it later on.
Yeah,
So-
I mean, like,
Yeah.
it's just on her shoulder.
The shoulder, yeah, that's a tough place to hide. If it was like, I don't know, like if I say anything else, it'll just be like gross. So
Did she? Well, okay, right. We're I guess the
Inappropriate.
It's
insinuation
not
is-
in her tramp stamp bathroom area. And I remember being proud of knowing what a fleur-de-lis was because they used it a lot in Boy Scouts, that little symbol.
Oh,
now I
crazy.
want to
That's
beat
the
you up,
Quebec-
Clay, for saying so nerdy things.
That's the Quebec flag, right? Is it Quebec? I'm pretty sure.
I don't know.
Isn't
I
it a
don't know from
football
Quebec.
team's logo?
Now we're
the Saints-
ruining it. Sorry.
The
That's
Saints, I think it is.
Yes.
Maybe it is. Yes.
Well, it used to be anyway. I don't know if it still is.
The thing is, yeah, like she fell from her horse and was knocked out, and when he went to comfort her or whatever, he saw the mark on her shoulder or whatever. It's like, you never saw her naked? That's
Well,
what
it was
you're-
dark. It was only candle lights back then, and
Yes, that's true.
you know,
So they only did it in the dark.
and she
And
used
they
some sort of
weren't
makeup to
exploring
hide
each
it.
other's bodies as
Maybe
much
she
as
did.
you would now. You
I
just
guess so.
Get the
There's
fuck
no, yeah, just get to no foreplay. Anyway, she claimed to be innocent, and he just said, "No, you're a liar," and he sent her away or whatever, and he thought she was dead, and he gave up all his counthood, whatever.
Dead.
Obviously, he's talking about dead. And he kind of regretted it ever since.
Well, yeah. Rebecca
Yeah,
de
I mean,
Mornay
she's
in her
pretty
prime.
hot.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, then Porthos falls on the table and Athos punches him in the face. And I
kind of
really
a
wish he
jerky
said,
thing to
"Take
do."
my thinking very seriously.
Oh, that would have been good. Yeah, it's too bad. Too bad that wasn't in the real movie.
I know. That was our version.
Yeah, but they're dueling, they're fighting, they're drinking, they're getting laid. I just think that
That
punching
sounds like
your
a
friend down
musketeer's
is just-
life is awesome.
I know. What
Yeah.
about like, well,
You-
we got to save the
like-
king. Like,
Ah, fuck that shit.
Yeah,
I'm busy wenching
tomorrow.
and
yeah, we
dueling.
got some wenching to do tonight.
Wenching and dueling.
Bad
That's
guys
going to
don't
be
do anything
the
at night. It's
name
all,
of my next album.
Wenching and dueling.
Yeah.
Anyway, so they're right on. They hear cannonballs because I guess those pigeons did
And all
their
I can think
job.
of is do 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 Cannonball. It's 1993. Come
The
on.
breeders.
Yes.
Oh,
I
that's
get it.
the one. That's right. So they're like, okay, like and the bad guys are coming. Like, okay, we better split up. And they're like, we'll see you in Calais, which is where the treaty is being sent. I don't know. I guess it's like a port city or something, right? I don't know. Calais. Anyway, now we get like just like a scene of Julie Delpy and the Queen. What's her name? Gabriel Anwar, just kind of talking boys.
They're hanging out
Yeah,
in a
I
milk
wanna-
bath or something.
Yeah, I want to
Or
talk
just real
about.
dirty water.
I want to talk about the horniness and the dirtiness of this scene. And when I say dirtiness, I want to talk about something specific. The Queen's pillow is like kind of half in the bath with her. And I don't like that nice French pillow is getting wet with this milky water.
She's the Queen. She can buy 1,000,000 pillows, you know? But yeah, that is some weird water.
They switch them out every bath. So
Yeah,
once every 3
okay.
or 4 months, there's a new pillow supplied.
3 or 4 oh, you're probably right. Oh,
She's like,
gross.
oh, when I saw him, I just, ooh. And she's like, did you go, my knees got weak and wow. It's like girl on girl horny.
Wow.
Yeah.
Punch it right in the mouth.
Girl on girl horny, which was an excitement. Would have
Yeah.
been an excitement for me at the time. 1993 at the height of my horniness.
Right. Well, I don't know what happens to Julie Delpy, but it ends
She
up-
goes to get the robe,
Yeah,
and she must have
I'll get
like
your robe.
got lost.
Yeah, because then the Cardinal.
She's
she
like,
goes
oh,
get the
I'm
robe.
getting
The
a robe. I'll
Cardinal's
get a
like-
snack too. I'm kind of hungry.
But she goes to get the robe. The Cardinal, this is off screen. The Cardinal's
Right.
like, give me that robe. Then he goes in and we see her glistening queen back. And he's
Yeah.
like putting the robe on her. He thinks it's the other girl. And she's like, wow, what are you doing here? It's like, I'm just being Tim Curry. Creeping me
I'm
out.
just being horny Tim Curry.
Yes, I saw your ass. Anyway, so he's like, I had something really important to talk to you about. I don't remember what it was. But no, he says, convince the king he's got to have that birthday celebration because
He's like, convince him to have the
needs
birthday celebration. But by the way, I'm probably going to kill him and we could make beautiful music together.
I know. It's like, yeah, you'll be fine after he's dead. Will be a thing. I'm like 40 years older than you, but that's okay.
Yeah.
He's like, it's difficult to be a man in the service of God.
I know. He's
Talking about his horny cardinalness.
Kind of is like a little red shirt Brian action here.
Well, he is wearing red.
You listening? Yeah. Oh, good one.
Red Cardinal,
Brian,
Brian.
we love you. Yeah. Good. It's basically like, just outlining how his whole plan.
As bad guys are wont to do. Explain their whole plan. Just like James Bond. It's like, I trust you're comfortable in your milky white bath, Mrs. Queen. Let me tell you what I'm going to do.
And then he does the thing like in the Christmas Carol, and he opens up his robe. But instead of two little children under there, it's a whole bunch of pigeons.
They come flying out.
Oh, that's where I left
I'd
them.
like for them. Or there's 3 like little 5-year-old musketeers all dressed up, ready to duel. They have like those Minecraft
they're ready to do
swords.
they're ready to wench, do a little wenching too.
Yeah, there's a wenching.
It's like Muppet Babies, but for musketeers.
Musketeer babies.
So anyway, Athos and D'Artagnan riding along, and he says, "Yeah, you're a good guy, like your dad." He's like, "Oh, you knew
your
my
dad was a hot shit."
Basically, that guy could wench. I'll tell you what.
I'll tell you. He was married to my mom.
Let me ask you guys a question. Would you guys which movie is better, this movie or The Princess Bride?
Well, I mean, The Princess Bride is a completely different movie. I mean, I think The Princess Bride is, way more entertaining. It's obvious. Princess Bride is meant to be a comedy. I feel like this is more adventure.
Well, Princess Bride is a classic. This is not.
Yeah.
But I kind of enjoy this one. I enjoy this one more just because it's just goofy fun. So
yeah,
right.
Swashbuckling, wenching, dueling fun.
Dueling. Yeah.
And they've got great boots too, like Captain America boots.
Yeah,
boots and tunics.
There's all the just all the talk of D'Artagnan's father, kept reminding me of that movie.
Yeah,
too.
I guess I can see that. Anyway, they're riding along. The bad guys come, and Athos says, "Okay, you keep going, and I'm going to hold these guys off." And it's kind of,
and then you don't know what happens.
Like, no, I can't leave. He's like, "Go, or I'll shoot you myself." It's like, whoa,
yeah,
whoa, that won't really solve anything, will it?
No, because then then I won't be able to go.
Right.
Bit of a conundrum, isn't it?
Yeah. I guess if I stay, then. But he goes, and then he falls asleep on his horse.
Oh, well, typical D'Artagnan. Bullshit with him. It's always something. Bullshit.
He's like, I won't forget this.
No, he's like, I won't forget you. Yeah. I'll never forget you.
Like, I love you. This was really cool. I like hanging out with you guys. Like you meet somebody and you're like, that's really fun. Maybe we could do it like some other time.
Yeah, I won't forget you guys. The problem that 2 people don't amount to a hill of beans in this crazy world.
I love you. Bye.
Oh, I guess I forgot to mention the one thing that came out of that was that D'Artagnan's father was betrayed by a fellow musketeer, but they don't say who it was.
He betrayed and murdered your father.
Yeah, it is very Darth Vader. We can pretty much figure out who it is, but it's fine.
That guy that tried to arrest him, the fool.
Spoiler.
That guy?
No.
Did I miss it?
Did
I get it right? Oh.
Yeah, close enough.
Now it makes sense now. I get it.
So anyways, D'Artagnan falls asleep, falls off his horse, and he is picked up by none other than Milady de Winter, Rebecca de Mornay. And she's like, "Oh, he's quite something. Why don't you throw him in and take his pants off while you're at it?" But he wakes up, and we get like a close-up of her cleavage.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you can see all the way down to her flowers.
Hey.
Stay tuned for our big episode.
This is the scene. He is shirtless.
Yeah, and in 2009 to 2012 or 13, that's what John looked like shirtless.
Wow.
Except more handsome.
Without that goofy hair.
Without that goofy
Except more looked like Kiefer Sutherland.
Yeah, so just put Kiefer Sutherland's head on Chris O'Donnell's body. I worked really hard to get that body.
I believe you.
Now I'm too old to get that body.
Too
Boy.
old. Boy.
Too old.
Then she tries to like stab him. Like, I don't know. I thought she was into him. She's like making out with him, whatever.
But yeah, because then she finds out that he's trying to stop her when he's like, I'm on a mission and I'm like, I'm finding a spy. And she's
spy.
And so she puts 2 and 2 together and gets this kid.
8.
So it's time to kill him. Yeah. It's that pesky math again.
So they start to kind of wrestle around. He sees that fleur-de-lis mark. He's like, wait, and then
they're like, okay, let's go. Because he's like, oh, I know how you love a good adventure or something. I was like, well, that is such a bad line reading.
So they take D'Artagnan to her ship.
Well, they're leaving, right? And then the guy who's like, she killed her husband, and that guy shows up, the brother. He's like, hey, is she here? And he's like, no, she killed my brother. She's like, let's go out the back way. And then this happens. Then more stuff happens.
I don't know why this kind of weirded me out, but she has this sort of henchman. His name is Parker. I don't know, he's a very Asian looking guy and everything. Parker!
Hey, Parker, get me pictures of Spider-Man.
So they get to
that was a good Christopher Walken.
As J. Jonah Jameson. That would be great. Parker! All right.
Get me pictures of Spider-Man.
Spider-Man! So they get on the ship. They're about to go, and the crew is all dead. Dead. And the Musketeers are all there.
Us. 2 Musketeers are there.
Well, that's true. Porthos is there. It's kind of fun. They go, like they like Porthos the pirate, and they run away. He's like, I told you I was famous. So yeah, you're right. Only 2 of them, because as Rebecca de Mornay is running away, Kiefer Sutherland is there, and he recognizes her. That's his ex. He thought she was dead.
The fact that we can use this like 80 times in this movie is worth it just for that.
So yeah, she is the spy and all that stuff, and those other guys, the brother there, they catch her and they're gonna kill her, but they get the treaty, the Musketeers. So they're like, what does this all mean? What does the Cardinal want? And Athos says, well, I know someone who might know. So he goes down to talk to
my weird dummy.
So he goes down to talk to his weird dummy in like the cells or whatever, and they said she dies in the morning.
Okay,
I mean, she did.
That's okay.
She did kill a guy, but whatever.
Yeah,
he probably had it coming.
He had it coming.
So yeah, but she's not gonna say anything. But she's like, "Whoa, can't you help me?" And he's like, "Yeah, sorry."
Put in a good word, huh?
Yeah, right. He's kind of like, "Yeah."
But also, he's like, did you kill that guy? And she's like, yeah. And she's like, so I become what you accused me of being or whatever. And he's like, but not before. Yeah. And she's like, no. And he's like, fuck.
Damn it.
So I fucked it up.
She said she was faithful to him. Yeah.
Yeah. And she didn't kill anyone.
Right.
So
they could take her out to a cliff to kill her.
It's weird.
Make it dramatic. Yeah.
It's weird. Yeah, it is weird.
It's just easier to take her out to a cliff by the ocean. You can toss the head over the thing to behead.
Yeah, maybe the head will just roll down. Yeah. They don't have to, not much clean up out there. So anyway, then she tells them all.
Well, yeah, she's about to get her head chopped off, and he stops it, and he's like being all regretful and apologizes, and I actually buy it. I think it's a good scene, actually. I think they play it well. For a movie that's tone is really inconsistent, I do like the scene as a serious
scene. It works.
Yeah.
As far as like the rest of the movie, like it doesn't really have it seems out of place, but it's a very serious, somber scene. Yeah, she tells them what the Cardinal's plan. He's going to assassinate the king at his birthday.
And then she goes cliff diving.
And then she... Exactly.
You say that's a living death.
Yeah.
And then he kind of doesn't even feel bad about it or anything.
Well, he mourns for like a second, and he's like, well, I got shit to do. I got dueling and wenching and king saving to do.
he doesn't.
It's a living.
Yep.
It's a living.
So we have this fun scene, I guess, where the Cardinal is, he's found his marksman who's going to kill the king. He shoots a picture. He's like, yes, hang this in my quarters. Meanwhile, the Three Musketeers are riding around and they're trying to gather up all the other Musketeers by shooting notes onto trees that just say all for one.
That made me think of message for you, sir. They don't use pigeons to get the word out.
I hope there was something
They
else.
put up
written.
flyers.
Yeah. Well, basically, yeah.
There's a little
Yard sale.
You can rip the tabs at the bottom.
Guitar
phone
lessons.
number.
It's just a number 1 instead of a phone number. Just as 1.
That's right. All for one. So we
That's what I
have
was
this
getting
big
for,
birthday
yeah.
party, and then of course they're kind of sneaking around, and I love they tell D'Artagnan, search the perimeter. I don't know. It doesn't mean anything. It's just
Yeah,
search
it's just a good thing to say in a movie.
Yeah,
It's
right?
like
It's like watch your 6, whatever. Search the perimeter. But it works, I guess, because D'Artagnan does see a guy, the marksman guy, the sniper up there.
We ain't found shit.
So then there's like a nice moment though, like the poor king, he's like, and the queen is trying to convince him, like, yeah,
it's like the Cardinal's right behind them. He's like, yeah, that guy's evil, and he's a piece of shit.
There,
and he's like, I can hear you. I totally can hear you.
I'm standing right here. But I like, he says, well, whatever it is, we'll face it together. There you go.
And
Grow a
then
pair,
it's all for one, not for
all for
love.
love. Anyway, so they go outside. And
I don't think
D'Artagnan-
Sting needs to be in that song, in my opinion.
They added
part of
that.
the record
Sting.
company.
But they did it so there'd be 3 guys, like the Three Musketeers. So it's
I
like
get it, but
it's like let's do
I
Robin
don't
Hood,
think
but
Rod
with
Stewart,
3.
to be honest, needs to be in that one.
I don't think the
really
song needs to be done either, but they did it.
all
It's too
those
late.
guys, all those guys should be out wenching, not recording this song.
No, they should be on like some sort of has-beens tour now.
Well, I'm sure they probably are, but I mean, I feel like Bryan Adams, after his Robin Hood song was so popular, he was probably like, yeah, guys, come on.
Just look at,
or
man,
he's
this is
like-
my thing.
You can print money. I
the
know.
movie studios out, like, what else you got like that?
You know who would have been, who would have like also fit into that Richard Marx would have been
Oh,
appropriate
yeah,
I
for
think he
that
was
song.
too young for maybe. Oh, maybe not. Maybe you're right.
Chris Isaacs.
Richard, yes, those 3. That's the alternate thing.
Yeah. Let's cast the other one. Let's cast. So we got Chris
Michael
Isaacs,
Bolton.
Richard Marx, and Michael Bolton. Like,
Oh
that
my
would be
god,
great.
it's perfect. I love it.
With a solo by Yanni.
I think we just recast the song.
Yeah.
No, the movie's cast perfectly. You're going to
Right.
recast the song.
Oh yeah, no problems with the cast of this movie. Everybody's great, and they fit in their parts well. It wouldn't matter if Charlie Sheen played the other guy. It doesn't matter.
Right.
Yeah,
They're all
you know
kind
what
of
I mean?
interchangeable.
Yeah,
D'Artagnan tackles the sniper just as he's shooting, which is something that always happens in movies, right? He misses, but then because the gunshot went off, it's like chaos. It's like, "Ah!" And then the Three Musketeers.
That's
come.
your YouTube clip, by the way, Clay.
I'm gonna replace it with the Wilhelm scream,
So the Three Musketeers.
the
stand
Durson
with, like,
scream.
yeah. So they're standing there and they're like, "Oh, we got to protect the king." And then there's a bunch of the guards all standing around, and so it's like 3 against like 40.
But
And
then
then
it turns
all the
out
other
everybody got the
Musketeers.
memo.
Yeah. Where are my guitar lessons? And then they all whip out the swords. They got their blue tunics. And Kiefer
That
Sutherland
sounds very
shouts
like
out,
gay sexual.
They
They whip out their swords, their blue tunics.
That's the condom. They sheathe the swords in the tunic.
Stop! Don't say anymore.
All right, it's terrible. But Kiefer Sutherland yells out as it's just to make So we all know that this kind of movie is a save the king, and then there's a big fight.
Ah! That's my crowd
There is kind of a fun moment as like the sniper guy knocks D'Artagnan off, and he's holding on to the flag with one arm and sword fighting with the other.
That's the part I was thinking. The sniper was like, "Come on, really? You're just gonna kill him?
You can't kill that guy." But it actually kind of Porthos ends up shooting him with a little crossbow, and so he saves D'Artagnan. The Cardinal is meanwhile he's got the king hostage, and he's like, "Okay, so we're gonna kill you, and then I'm gonna take over." We'll do it already. Fuck,
like I gotta talk
I'm
about it
take
first.
The throne. Yeah, he's telling
Okay,
the king.
Blofeld.
And he says it will be great because he'll be killed by a musketeer's sword because Rochefort has that sword that belonged to his father and the whole thing. And he's about to do it, and then the musketeers all barge in, and of course there's a big fight. I mean, the Cardinal and his guys are like, "Come with me," and he takes the king and queen, and he leaves, and Rochefort is there fighting with Athos, and he stabs him in the arm, and like it takes like 2 seconds before Kiefer Sutherland goes, "Ah!"
He was drunk on set that day.
It's like, oh, he stabbed me. Ah! Like, it's very weird. But anyways, Aramis, this is kind of a funny moment. Aramis is trying to stop the Cardinal because he's like, "Yeah, I was your pupil," or whatever. And God will smite you. I forget what he says. But anyway, the Cardinal shoots him.
God will wench you.
He says, "You'll answer to God." And then, of course, the Cardinal says, "You first." He shoots him. It's kind of like, reminds me of that GoldenEye.
You second.
Yes, you second.
Except when James Bond shot someone, he didn't have like a cross to let the bullet hit and protect him.
That was like kind of lame.
I was like, "Whoa!" That almost ruined the whole movie for me when I first saw it.
It's like right in the
like
precise spot.
Yeah. Oh, it's just.
Guns weren't as good back then.
Yeah, they weren't as accurate, so he was probably aiming for his
you wouldn't
head.
have even got like anywhere near him, probably. You know what I mean? It would have like hit the guy like standing next to him.
Like,
that's how it should have gone. Should have hit this guy next to him.
Charlie Sheen keeps back. Oh, all right. That worked out. Meanwhile, so Athos, he knocks the sword out of Rochefort's hands, and then D'Artagnan picks it up. He's like, "This is my father's sword." And then he tosses him his own sword, and that's just they can fight.
Yeah, that's weird.
No, that's
I'd
fine.
just be like, "Well, now I'm going to kill you."
Now I got you. You don't have a sword, and I do. I'll just kill you right now. No, this is a dueling culture.
That's right. It's whatever I said.
Wenching,
Dueling centric culture.
Dueling centric. That's what it is. But yeah, they see that Aramis was shot right in the cross. And he says, "See, there is a God." They go down through the tunnels and everything, the same thing from the beginning, which is, a nice callback, I guess, to the beginning of that scene from the beginning, which is apparently an actual place. There's like a scary, ugly, bald dude, and he's like, "Stop them." So there's 3 tunnels, the 3 musketeers all split up and take one, and Porthos has to fight the big, scary, bald dude, and he ends up killing him. Meanwhile, D'Artagnan is up there fighting with Rochefort, and he gets knocked down, and he says, "I killed your father." There was also a scene, like a part, he's standing on like a pedestal or something. They do this a couple of times in the movie. He tries to like swipe at his feet, and he does this big jump, and he jumps like really far. I don't know.
He was on a trampoline.
Like, wow, that's impressive.
Most
Anyway,
impressive.
so his sword gets knocked out of his hand, and he says, "I will kill you as I killed your father." And Julie Delpy is there, and she slides the sword to him, and D'Artagnan stabs him. And then he and his wench hold hands, look at each other longingly.
And Rochefort makes some sort of dying quip.
Yeah, what is it like? "Oh, fiddlesticks," or something. I don't know what he says.
Oh, I could. He's like, "You're no musketeer" or something, and he kills him. He's like, "Oh, I could have been mistaken," or something stupid like that.
That is what it is.
Oh,
You're like-
fiddlesticks.
Oh, fiddlesticks. Got that from Mr. Burns.
Yes.
So the Cardinal is still like walking down towards the ship. It's like, how far down is this goddamn thing? Anyway, so he gets on it, and he's like, "All right, I win. Goodbye, musketeers." And they're on the shore. He's like, now my plan is working. And Athos says, well, that's difficult since the treaty never left France. It's like, wait, so we did all this for nothing? Like, isn't that the
minor
MacGuffin?
inconvenience.
Yeah, he's like, a minor problem. And it turns out
No
he's
biggie.
like, it's fine. He actually says, I will return. It's like
He says he's
like a bad guy should do.
channeling Megatron.
Like, I have a copy.
Yeah, like we
I
made copies.
CC'd someone.
Let me just do a search in my email.
I blind copied the archdiocese.
Well, I still don't know why they're still taking the king. Just kill him already, for God's sakes. Doesn't matter.
Be too easy.
Yeah.
Then the movie over.
It's not sporting.
You're
it's
right.
not
That's sporting.
you know. Yeah.
I'm going to go have a
It's
duel
almost
with
like
the
you
king.
don't want to kill a king. You know, it's a big deal.
But that's the whole point of this thing. I don't know.
Well, he
Yeah, I
wasn't going to kill him. The guy was supposed to kill him. He just hires the
have
guy to kill him.
have
So-
anybody kill him at
Well,
this
he's
point.
got to go find the right guy to kill him, just the right way. There's an art
Get
to
him.
this, you know.
Send out some pigeons and find the right guy for the job.
Scott, you just don't get it, do you?
Well, as it turns out, Aramis was on the ship incognito mode.
Yeah, waited a while before he revealed himself.
So yeah, he's like, you will pay. And he knocks all the guys off. And the king is the one who punches the Cardinal over the side.
Into the water, and we never hear from the Cardinal again. Because he drowned in 4 feet of water, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. And then he grabs the queen and they make out a little. So good for you, Louis.
Get a room.
Get a haircut.
Why don't you shave, you dirty
She's like,
bum?
now that we're together, maybe you could fix your hair a little bit.
I'm going to bring you to my girls.
Look at that Aramis's hair. Why don't you try something like that?
Yeah, it's a little more feathered, like kind of a little more Farrah Fawcett in your hair. Less Kate, whatever her name was another Charlie's Angels. Kate Jackson.
Yeah. Oh my God. All right. So now we get the Star Wars medal ceremony going on here.
Yeah, Chewbacca's bummed out again.
Yeah. That poor guy had to wait 40 years.
I know. So then D'Artagnan says he wants to be made into a musketeer, and he is. They do the little sword on the shoulder things, whatever. And then again, he grabs Julie Delpy for some wenching. And
Yeah, that's what you do once you become a musketeer. You grab the first woman that's standing right there and sexually assault her.
And then so they go out and they're like, yeah, so what do we do now? It's like, well, we protect the king and France, whatever. And that guy Gerard is back. He goes, D'Artagnan! And they're like, and Porthos says, hey, we also protect each other. So then they unsheath their swords and go, all for one!
They unsheath their swords and break out their blue balls. I mean...
They go all for one, and all the musketeers, like all of them, chase the guy.
All of them. And now the king is left unprotected.
Yeah.
Well, they go on D'Artagnan's personal vendetta.
King is left unsheathed.
And then we get the song. I was gonna say we talked about the song a little bit, but boy, this is. I actually watched a little bit of the credits just to listen to the song. I was like,
I did not. Well, the credits
sucks.
came up and it's like, do you want to watch Andor? And I was like, no, I don't want to watch that either. I'm stopping it right here. I know
about
everyone
Ironheart?
loves Andor.
Song
Yeah, it's like
sucks.
giving you stuff.
Oh my God. I remember the video too. And my brother used to joke that Bryan Adams, this was his thing, after the Robin Hood song, like I said. And meanwhile, Sting and Rod Stewart are kind of just cashing a paycheck.
Yeah, we're just here for the money.
All for love. And they're just all for love.
Yeah, what he said, whatever.
I don't really have any feelings strongly about the song now, but I remember liking it at the time. I don't know.
All
It
right.
was on the radio, right? I don't
It
know.
was. It was number one back then.
Yeah.
For a little while. I don't know for how long, but I mean,
I don't think it's a great song, but I remember liking it when it came out and was on the radio. And remember when you just listen to the radio? That's how you listen to music.
Sure, no, absolutely. I mean, I definitely heard it on the radio, and I remember seeing it on MTV or whatever. But I mean, not near. I mean, that "Everything I Do" song. I mean, you still hear that on the
that one was
radio.
way bigger.
Yeah.
I think.
That's why I think Bryan Adams was way more into it. He's like, yes, I can do this all over again. I only listen to about half it. I'm like, all right, that's enough. But I'm glad you didn't hate it, Clay.
Just at the time. I mean, I'm not
It was the style
putting
of the
it.
time.
I'm not putting it on my top league playlists of theme songs.
Oh.
You know?
Yeah. Do you have one of those? That's fun.
No, I don't make playlists. I just listen to albums straight through, which is like a monster, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, well,
I listen to an artist and I listen to a record, let's say The Clash, for example. I put on a particular Clash record. I listen to track 1 until it's over. And then I think of something else to listen to. It's crazy, but that's what I do.
Yeah, you're
Interesting.
weird. That's strange. That's just
I don't get
fucking
it.
weird, man.
Fucking weird. Fucking weird, man. What have we got going on? What do we think of the Three Musketeers?
I would like to hear Clay first,
Okay, I will go first.
since he didn't remember watching it.
I didn't. And after watching it twice, I still don't remember watching it. No, just kidding. I was, I'm drawing kind of my own parallels here to, like I said, Princess Bride. And I know these are very different movies, but I do like a costume drama, which won't surprise you, really. I don't think. I do like something like this. I like how very Disneyfied it is. I think that the Disneyfication of this story, I don't know what happens in the book or other movies or anything, but this is just kind of one of those movies where they don't make movies like this anymore. And I really enjoyed it. Even, that blowing up the, sending the cart down and blowing up the thing just to spend Disney's budget or whatever. And the way it's filmed and the actors I all love. And, we did Young Guns. So, it kind of brought me back to a particular time. And I very much enjoyed this. I enjoyed Tim Curry's over the topness. And, it's not a near and dear to my heart movie, but I'll go so far as to give it a B+. Thank you very much, Clay Ferno. I'm out.
Oh,
Bye. Have a good rest of the podcast.
Thank you.
Have a good rest of the podcast.
All right, good night.
See you later.
Yeah,
Thanks,
take it
thanks,
easy. All right, don't.
Good night. Have a blessed day.
Take it slow.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go. I got some wenching to do.
Oh, hey, I hear you. I hear you on the wenching.
All right.
All right.
All right. Who wants to go next?
I'll go next.
Okay.
I'm with Clay on this. I was afraid I was really going to hate this movie after I suggested doing it because
Yeah, wait, you
I was just
suggest-
thinking, I was thinking of and I was thinking of Tim Curry, and I was like, oh, this is going to be a rough watch. The more I thought about it going into it, and it wasn't.
I'm back for just a second.
Okay.
Well, one of my favorite things is it is usually John that says, "Oh yeah, we should do this movie." And then you have some sort of post podcast pick regret. It's not the first time it's happened. It won't be the last time. Time is a flat circle. You're like, oh wait, did I really want to pick this movie? Oh damn, I like that. Yeah, back to the wenching.
But
Oh,
I
yes,
don't
man.
think you actually regret it, right?
I don't. No,
Okay.
actually, I had a really good time watching it, despite its numerous flaws and its tonal inconsistency. It was still fun. And everyone looked like they're having a good time. And it brought me back to a time as well where it kind of made me a little sad that I'm not in that time anymore, where, you're young and you're full of energy and you're
Piss and
making your own.
vinegar.
Yeah. And now now look at me. I'm an old man. And
Thank God I still got my hair.
so it's just I just had a good time watching it. Is it a great film? No, not really. It's kind of stupid, but
Yeah.
Moonraker's kind of stupid, and I gave that an A. I'm giving this movie an A-.
Wow!
Oh,
my
right.
God!
Wow.
Guys, that's wow!
Wow.
I give it 1 Christopher Walken. Wow!
Wow. And
That's great.
I think that it is a tragedy on my iPad here that the next movie would be the Mickey Mouse version, and it's not called Three Musketeers, but it is indeed the animated one is called Three Musketeers as well. That's a failure, Walt.
Yeah, well, yeah, but they had the Musketeers as the Mickey Mouse Club, so in a sense they still did it.
That's true. You're right. I stand corrected. Back to wenching.
And now back to wenching. Take it away, Durson.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I guess I agree with you guys too. Like Clay did bring up a good point. They don't really make movies like this anymore. And I think if they did, it would be even more like it would be more geared towards like children almost. You know what I mean?
Kids, like little kids. Yeah.
Right. We were teenagers, or of thereabouts, right? Like around that age.
Yeah, I was 20.
Young.
Yeah.
All right. Yes. You're a teenager at heart, kid, but whatever. So I was like 17, I guess, or whatever, 93. Whatever it was like, hey, let's go to the movies, and you're all pile in a car and go, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
we probably all jumped in your station wagon or something and drove to Braintree, North Dakota, and all saw this movie or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and whatever, went out for pizza after.
I know. I saw it more than once in the theater.
Yeah. I remember I got the poster from the theater I was working in, I think, and gave it to you.
Yes, you did. And I had that up for many a year.
Yeah. So, and you did your hair like, you like looked at the poster to be like, okay.
I was like, looking good, handsome.
Kiefer Sutherland.
Yeah.
Hair.
So here we go.
But you just like crossed out Charlie Sheen like hair.
Yeah. They just
anyway,
took a big giant Sharpie. I would talk to it and I'd be like poster on the wall. Who's the fairest of them all?
Oh, okay. Well, no, I'm sorry I gave you that poster.
I think Kiefer Sutherland would say, you are, you sexy beast.
I mean, think of how great it was for you. Here I was the guy who was compared to Jay Leno.
Yeah.
No, but
nothing beats people when I was a little younger saying that I looked like Jim Brewer, who's like a total piece of shit.
Oh no!
I hated that.
Well,
and I could the thing that was the worst part is like I could almost see it, so it made me so mad.
Oh no! I can't remember if I said this in another podcast that we had Kiefer Sutherland, but in college, we had what we called the fan club, and it was 3 really attractive women that were always like, hey, they were always pointing, going like, you look like Kiefer Sutherland. They go, hey, Kiefer, and I was like, yes, ladies, don't crowd. I'm like, dang. Try to use it to my advantage at the time. Then when he came back in 24, I was like, okay, now I got to cut my hair really short.
Beep, beep.
Yeah, that was a big moment for him.
Yeah, that was his big comeback.
My CTU phone impression.
Oh,
nice.
But yeah, it was a simpler time in many ways, and it's funny because like they could have gone even more funny, but it got kind of serious, and like you said, the tone is kind of all over the place. I kind of wish they had just played it funnier, just not so serious. I don't know. But it is a fun swashbuckling, and like I said at the beginning, sort of just inoffensive movie. I can't be like, what movie you should see? Check out that 1993. I'm not going to recommend it to anybody who's like, oh, what should I watch tonight? But it's a fun movie. If you,
I think I might start doing that.
All right.
I may just like if someone does it, I'm like, you know what you should. I just watched this again recently, and it's a really great time.
Yeah, like give it a shot. Like, well, it's like when I told Stacy, and then when she fell asleep on the couch, like
she fell asleep off her horse.
Like we were watching like I don't know Ironheart or something, and then she like fell asleep in the middle. I was like, okay, I'm stopping this, and then I just put on Three Musketeers. She's like, oh, I've seen this movie like so many times. I think it's definitely something that a lot of kids, and she's a little younger than us, so it's like I think it's something that people watched a lot. Like there's like sort of Disney kids that grew up like watching Disney Junior or something. I mean, she's not like super young, but I'm just saying like people associate this movie with their childhood, I think. in a good way.
I think, no, you're right. People of her generation, or I don't know if that's the proper term, but yeah, people who are young at that time. And we were young, but even younger than us. Like people were kids, like little kids.
Yeah.
But I feel like if you do this now, it would either be for very small children, or it would be like a bloody, violent, like kind of
It'd be
movie.
very gritty.
Yeah. And
There
this
was
is
a Three Musketeers that came out in 2011. I was like, I have no recollection of that.
Yeah, there was one that came out in 2011. There was also one in 1974 directed by Richard Lester of the Lester Cut. So I'm going to listen to our Superman 2 episode, which we did the Donner Cut, but we talk about.
But you could listen to Superman 3 episode because he directed that.
Superman 3? I haven't made that reference in a while.
I know. Ties in with Michael Bolton.
Because of Office
Michael
Space.
Bolton. Yeah.
The other Michael Bolton.
Yeah, and then, I guess Chris O'Donnell is like, they set it up for a Four Musketeers kind of thing, right?
It really did seem like they were going to do a sequel for a while. Like, he's like, I'll return and I'll be stronger than ever. But they didn't, even though the movie was pretty successful at the time.
The movie did pretty well. I think it made like $111 million or whatever.
That's $1993. That's pretty good.
$1993. That's pretty good. They were probably just like, They did make a Man in the Iron Mask a few years later with Leonardo, I think, as
Yeah, I read that book too. I don't remember anything about it.
Literally one of Stacey's favorite movies.
Oh, she likes some Musketeers, huh? Well, I know what we're dressing as at your 50th, Clay.
Nice. Perfect. I'm gonna be like the person locally known as D'Artagnan, which is we know as Rochefort. But I will have his feathery cap on, all of it.
All right.
He was always, whenever I saw that guy.
I thought you should be Porthos because you are famous.
Oh, yes. Whenever I saw this guy, the local celebrity referred to as D'Artagnan, it was always fucking, it would be like
he was always fucking
day in August.
He was wenching.
He would be like the hottest day in August, and he had his full musketeer.
You gotta admire the dedication.
Yeah, that's
yet question the sanity.
Well, it's a choice. I would not have the courage, so you gotta admire it.
Well, so what do you give this movie? You son of a bitch.
I never get a. I don't know. You said A- and Clay said B+. I mean, I don't know if I can go that high, but I think a B. It's a solid B in my book.
Very well.
So there you go. And there is a part of me that wishes there were more goofy movies like this. But maybe it's better because now we can appreciate the ones that we get.
Yeah, you appreciate them a little bit more.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
I'm glad to have watched it after not remembering seeing it. I really thought it was fun.
And I think Disney's going to do a live-action remake of this movie.
Oh, they should.
Well, that'll
but
suck
it's a prequel.
because all their live-action remakes are terrible. Well, the ones that I've seen, I shouldn't say
they're
all
going to do
of
a live-action remake of a live-action movie.
And then they have to do the animated prequel, CGI.
Yeah. It is kind of funny. I mean, like now the way they have the app, they could probably make anything. They don't even have to get the real actors. They could just CGI their faces or whatever.
Use my body and my head.
That's right.
It's two different characters.
I was just about to count the amount, the number of times this has been made into a movie, and it's like such a long list going back to the very early days of film. So it's really, really long. There's so many different versions of this movie.
Yeah, that's a classic.
This story. I would say
this
story.
Right.
I also want to point out that Alexandre Dumas was a black man who was writing novels in the 1800s. So that's pretty
interesting.
Yeah,
pretty progressive.
Yeah. Good for him.
Yeah, because he did the Count of Monte Cristo
see it
as well.
That is called the Chevalier, about a black at the time of the French Revolution. He was a black composer, but he never became as famous as Mozart or whatever. But similar story. But he was an aristocrat, but a person of color.
Maybe it was a France thing,
Yeah, could be.
little more progressive, a little more
I
understanding.
think because they had colonized like the Caribbean a little bit, so they
I
had.
would say if you're going
lots
to colonize someplace, that's the place to do it, right?
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Whereas let's say a white author that spends a lot of time in Jamaica might have some sketchy relations with people of color talking about James Bond. That guy kind of depicts people in a racist way sometimes.
Ian Fleming,
Not gonna.
I assume.
Yeah.
Not going to say anything, but maybe you should go read Live and Let Die for.
Hey, the movies have been, they even had a black lady as 007, even though people got really mad at it. And possibly Tom Holland? Did you?
That's crap. It's
Okay.
I don't think that'll happen. But we've lost the plot here. Let's wrap it up.
Let's wrap it up. Thank you for listening, everybody. Don't forget to check out all of our stuff at League Podcast, LeaguePodcast.com, or wherever you get your podcasts. Just look for League Podcast, and also on YouTube. We have most of our recent episodes and some shorts and some reels and whatever else Clay sees fit. Put on our YouTube channel. So
yeah, I sort of did a remix and remaster of because Superman is coming out this summer. So we did the Donner cut. I put that up on YouTube. It had been available, but I put it on YouTube so people can get excited about Superman.
Yeah, I actually listened to it, and I hadn't listened to that one in a long time, and I kind of enjoyed it. We did okay.
Kind of.
Well, no, I mean, I'm a harsh critic of, but
that's why I never listened to any of our shows afterwards. Because I'm such a harsh critic of YouTube.
Here.
Yeah. I'm like, I can't believe Darcy said that dumb thing, and Clay said that weird thing.
Oh, I mean, I said dumb things, but overall, we did good.
Was Clay even paying attention? I don't think so.
Well, did I tell you about how Godzilla's roar was made?
Yeah, with the guitar and a glove.
Honestly, I don't even remember how the roar was made, but I remember that joke more than anything. All right, so check all that stuff out. I know you'll probably hear this after the 4th, so hope you had a good 4th, and we'll talk to you guys later. All for one,
and one for all, and all for love.
More for me.
Oh yeah, there's so many takes on that.